Hey guys, it's Alex, welcome back to CollectioNeo, and I'm back with another review for you guys, and we're still in the world of PCS, aka Pop Culture Shock, or as they're now known, Premium Collectible Studio. This is of course part of their Street Fighter line, specifically their Ultra line, and this is, if you hadn't noticed, this is Dhalsim. So if you haven't watched it in previous reviews, the Ultra line is a super dynamic, fully sculpted Street Fighter line, which started way back in the day with Vega. And they've gone through a bunch of characters, most of which you can find on my channel. I just recently picked up Dhalsim from Sideshow as he was still in stock. I had a bunch of reward points to use, and shipping was quite cheap. It was only $65 shipping to the UK. Don't know why. Others were about 150. Ibuki, for instance, was $170 shipping. Dhalsim wasn't. So I picked him up, had a couple $100 in reward points, like I say. I've also just picked up Cammy as well, so I'll get her reviewed soon. But yes, this is a really, probably might be one of the best in the line. And their reviews really good. But I think just as far as taking a character and doing stuff with him, Dhalsim's excellent. We're not going to stick at this angle too long, guys. I'm going to get in. We're going to get a bit close up. I'll go through the additions because there's quite a few of this. We'll look at the COA and then we'll start at the base and work his way up. So we're a little closer in on Dhalsim here, guys. I'm just going to go over the additions because there's quite a few on this. Like I say, this is the regular, and I got number 3 of 350, and we still get the COAs with PCS pieces, which is very nice. But they also did an exclusive version of this one. So as you can tell, this is the Street Fighter 5 iteration. So he's got all these tattoos all over his body, and we've got this huge stretchy arm blowing fire. So the exclusive version of this also came with a classic head, without the turban and the beard, and also came with a non-stretchy arm, and came with a head that wasn't doing the blowing fire face. So you got like a couple of extra heads. I think you got 3 extra heads actually, 2 classic, 2 Street Fighter 5, and then an extra arm. So that was the exclusive version, which I think was called the Yoga Master version, which was limited to 200. And then they did a classic version completely, which was completely Street Fighter 2, so none of the red tattoos over the body, the bald head. You got the stoic version, you got the blowing version, you got the stretchy arm and the normal arm. So that was called the Dhalsim Classic Exclusive, which has actually got more to it. It's actually limited to 300. And then they did a Player 2 version of the Classic as well in the purpley blue, which was limited to 100. So they got their run out of this sculpt, very much so. The tattoos aren't actually sculpted in, as far as I can see. They look painted. Yeah, they're painted, so you know they could just basically not paint those tattoos on and change the head, and you get classic Dhalsim all of a sudden. So yeah, quite a few of these about. I think they're mostly sold out, but you can still get this regular at Sideshow. He's $475, I think, which is, you know, there's a lot going on this guy. I'm going to move us to the bottom, guys, and we're going to look at this rather fantastic base. So we're down at the base, guys, as usual, starting from the bottom, and I've got to say, I love this base. It's just the paintwork and the sculpt is just fantastic, and the theme is just so spot on. As you can see, it's just like this jade, like this stone, and with all these gold trimmings. And then we've got all the elephants. All the elephants are separate pieces, so these are all magnetized. Really nice paint on it, kind of like a, not an oxidization, like a coppery feel, but you know, it's got those certain tones to it. Not super detailed in the elephants, but that's how they should be. It does look like something you'd see at a temple or, you know, a place of worship. And you know, same all the way around, and it's got the same sort of what can I say, podium style base as all the other in the Ultra line. They might all be obviously separate, different, but they've all got this kind of rounded look to them. It's a cool theme, and they've just put up Blanca for this line, which I'm not super happy with. The face doesn't do it for me, but they've kind of kept the theme going with the base. I don't think the base is the best out of the Ultra line. This is more classy. in my opinion. Classy. None of these statues are classy. Come on, it's a guy with a big stretchy arm spitting fire, but it's just, I don't know, it's just a bit more, I don't know, it fits like the Vega one with all the intricate details, and the, you know, it's more sculpted, whereas the Blanca one just looks like, hey, let's do a hut. Not really much art direction to it, maybe, I don't know. But regardless, I don't like the face on Blanca. But we're not talking about Blanca, we're talking about Dhalsim. But the base is great. I'm going to move up a bit. I'm not even going to pause because I'm a rebel. I'm just going to come up to here. So we've got a few rocks on here. We've got a few of these pots. Again, just simple, nicely detailed, little chips in there. Just add a bit of colour. That one just magnetises in. That one's attached to the base. Really, really well painted. We've got no gaming head rocks here, no plasticky rocks. And then we come up and we've got Dhalsim's toe. Now I don't know if you can see, but the actual nail polish is like just painted up the middle of the toe. Little bit of overspill there, but honestly I'm only seeing that on camera, I don't see it with the naked eye. And then you've got all these rings. Now the one's always fixed in place, I think just to hide seam lines, and then the others move. So as I'm spinning it, you can hear them jingling and jangling at the top, and I'll show you that as we get to it. And then let's move up a little bit more. So we're up to like the hips and the waist now, and we've got more nail polish. Really well done. As you can see, like that's painted like over half the nails. I do wonder if the nails on the other foot is supposed to be painted half like that one. I don't know. They've kind of done those in the middle. It looks great. It doesn't bother me if it is supposed to be like that, but it just looks great. All the lines are very clean. Obviously no mixed media on this guy, so this is all Sculpt. Really nice texture work on the cloth and the rope. Now this is a little tiny minor thing, but the rope coming out the front is a separate piece, and you can see they haven't quite colour matched it right. It looks more obvious on camera than to the naked eye. You know, someone isn't going to look at that and go, "Well, the belt's actually white when it's brown on the waist." No, it looks pretty much similar, but you can tell. But yeah, great texture work. Like I say, all these tattoos look like they've just been maybe stenciled, line painted on. Really, really well. Great texture work on the pants, especially at the back. It's really, really cool. I mean, what sells this statue is the pose. And we'll get another shot a bit further out, but the pose is just too good, as well as the overall sculpt. Let's move up again. So here we go. This is like the money shot, really. So this is mixed media. It is actual string. The skulls are attached to the body, actually sculpted, and the string is as well. So there's no like on the old piece, on the old mixed media piece. You had like, I think the skulls were on a piece of string separate. They just went around the neck. The skulls were actually sculpted and glued onto the chest, and then the strings threaded through. So that's all done for you. And you can see there's fantastic facial expression in the flame. It's so good. Now on the promo images, the flame's actually held between the two fingers and doesn't actually come in contact with the mouth. On this, the flame has actually got a pin that goes into the hole, a hole in the mouth. And then the fingers, there is actually a sculpt for the goat to go around the flame, so he's actually pinching the flame. But the stretchy arm didn't fit right on mine. Now a lot of these have had that issue where it happens. You know, when they get shipped, they go hot, they go cold, stuff warps, and especially like this long big piece of resin, it's kind of got a bit misshaped. So I had to whip out the hairdryer on him. It was like a 5-minute job, and I got it to where I wanted it to be. It's not quite, but it's there. You know, he's up to the lips. If I did it anymore, I felt like I don't want to risk pushing it anymore to try and get it around the fire. If I chip a piece of the fire or chip the hand or the arm breaks, it's not worth it. I was more than happy. And from the display angle, which I have him at like that, it looks like he's pretty much there, you know. So be aware of that. I've seen a lot of these come in where the arm just doesn't, you know, is too close to the head, doesn't go anywhere near the fire. So that can happen. I've seen a lot of people actually displaying the exclusive where it's just got the normal arm without the fire effect, and I'm just like, no, this statue's all about that fire effect, that blow. So yeah, just be aware of that, guys. But if you've got a bit of patience and a hairdryer to hand, or some sort of heat gun, you've got no problem, honestly. 5 minutes. So like I say, this one's static and these two are loose. Like on the other side, then you've got this huge stretchy arm. As you can see, tattoos running off it, and then the musculature on the back's great. And then more of the tats. You can see the seam line there on the head, where the head comes off. But yeah, not a big issue whatsoever. And then here, you can actually see the seam. Can you actually see the seam line for the arm is there? But this actual static one protects it, and you kind of bunch these up. And they kind of just hide that. Nice little trick, actually, because I imagine trying to cast that arm in one huge piece would be difficult. So they obviously cut it off at the arm. And then you've got the fire effect and the blowy face. The face is really well done, really clean, typical PCS Street Fighter style. You know, this is what I love about PCS's take on the Street Fighter stuff. Before and now, just how clean it is. The earrings again are, I think they're, yeah, they are static. They've just been glued in. But yeah, the very, very clean paints, very, very clean lines. Looks like it's come straight out of the game. Most of the time, these are the in-game models. The Street Fighter 5 models are so high poly count that they, you know, it's not worth someone sitting and sculpting, because they can just take the model from the game and tweak it and add details where they need to. But it's all sold on this pose, guys. And you know, this is the optimal viewing angle, in my opinion. It's just like that. It looks great. I don't think I'm going to get all the way back, but just like that, I'm so happy with him. Super underrated piece. The buzz about this piece was just like, wow, what a great pose, what a great looking piece. And then all these additions came out and everyone was like, wow, the classic looks great. And unless, you know, because a lot of people don't like the Street Fighter 5 look, I think this is the best Dhalsim's ever looked, to be fair. He's got way more personality now, in my opinion. And I love the white eyes, they're great. But yeah, so all the buzz around this piece, and then stuff happened with PCS, with Jerry selling the company and then Jerry leaving and all that. So they kind of got swept under the rug, and a lot of people cancelled, including myself. I cancelled a shit ton of PCS stuff to get my Sideshow credit. You know, about $1,500 worth of stuff, maybe more. Maybe it's about 2,000. I think it's about 4 statues. And you know, this is one of the casualties, and unfortunately, yeah, this kind of got swept over, and it's such a shame because it's such a definitive Dhalsim style. If you get the Yoga Master version, you know, with the switch out heads and the switch out arm, you've got a really, really definitive Dhalsim. And I really, really hope, well, I know that PCS are going to be doing a bit more as well. So, you know, after Dhalsim, they're saying about Fei Long or Sagat or Akuma, which, you know, I'd just, yeah, more. I mean, Blanca I haven't pre-ordered, but it's something that I'll definitely probably end up picking up. Space, you know, but, you know, if I have the space. But this Dhalsim is just great. I have no problems with it whatsoever. I think it's really, really well done. Yeah, just brilliant. Not a problem whatsoever with him. Yeah, if you want a Dhalsim, guys, this is it. I think the old mixed media is pretty good, but I do think this is better. I really do. But hey, horses for courses. And I don't think you'll probably get another 1/4 scale Dhalsim anytime soon. So yeah, if you, like I say, still on Sideshow, guys, if you want to use those reward points before Sideshow, delete them. I can very much recommend spending them on Dhalsim. So there you go, guys. I will try to break up the Street Fighter stuff with a couple of other bits, but we shall see. Cammy's coming in, and I've got Ibuki coming in as well, so I'll review them. Cammy's here, sorry, and Ibuki's coming in, so I will try to get those reviewed, and then maybe I'll do a little hey, look at all the Ultra statues together and how great they look. And there's plenty more to come, guys. It's just waiting for people to ship. Aniri needs to ship my Saratobi and Levi and Avi, but we'll get to that. So there we go, guys, another review done. Stick around, and thanks for getting me to 800 subs. Looking to cracking on to 1,000, so we can start posting a few pics for you guys as stuff comes in on the little messenger system that I unlock at 1,000 subs. So yeah, hopefully we'll get there soon, and I can start throwing more stuff up there. Otherwise, you can still find me on Statue Forum, and on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, which is linked. Shall I do the thing? Down below. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.